John could have gotten a perfect score on the exam, but he deliberately turned in a blank test paper. He was a rebirth. He already knew everything that had happened in his previous life. No matter how high his test scores were, Jack would copy all his answers. In his past life, Jack won first place by copying his answers. Yet their parents thought John was the cheater. They even kicked him out of the house. Jack still refused to let him off the hook. It was not until right before he died that John learned the truth. If anyone stood within 1 meter of Jack, Jack could read their thoughts. Perhaps heaven took pity on him. When John woke up again, he found himself reborn right before the exam started. That moment, their parents forced John to skip the exam to guarantee Jack would get first place. Parents had thought John would put up a fight. To their surprise, he agreed without hesitation. Jack grew nervous the second he saw this. He hurried over to stand close to John, hoping to read his thoughts once more. John intentionally stepped back. He kept a 1 meter distance from Jack at all times. Jack thought John had uncovered his secret. He quickly begged John not to skip the exam. After he finished speaking, he purposely moved closer to John again. This time, John did not step back. Instead, he let Jack read his thoughts on purpose. He made Jack believe he was skipping the exam only because their parents favored Jack unfairly. Jack finally relaxed. He immediately told everyone he wanted John to take the exam. Everyone praised Jack for being thoughtful and sensible. None of them realized everything had been part of John's plan. In the end, after Jack begged him repeatedly, John reluctantly agreed to sit for the exam. Once the exam began, Jack chose to sit directly behind John on purpose. Unexpectedly, after John received his test paper, he did not write down a single answer. 30 minutes before the exam ended, John slowly picked up his pen. He only wrote his name on the test sheet. Then he said he wanted to hand in his paper early. Jack immediately questioned him sharply. He asked why John turned in the paper without solving any questions. John shot back and asked how Jack knew he had not answered anything. Jack was left red-faced and awkward from the question. Just then, the teacher noticed Jack had not written a single answer either. Every single person in the room was shocked. Teacher told Jack to finish the test to prove his ability. Jack admitted he did not know how to solve any of the problems at all. At that moment, John finally smiled. Only then did the parents understand. They had wronged John all those years. They apologized to John on the spot. Would you have forgiven them if you were in his place?